Hello friends, how are you? I really hope that you're all doing wonderfully. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new, hi, welcome. My name is Finoula and I am a biomedical scientist currently performing a PhD on cancer research. And meanwhile, I like helping people to live a healthy life. I focus on anti-cancer habits and mindset and a lot of self-care to live a healthy life both physically and mentally. So in this channel you will hear me talking about these topics as well as a little bit of my journey towards creating my healthy dream life. Make sure to follow me on my Instagram for daily inspiration and to don't miss out of anything if this content is of interest to you. Also, welcome to another coffee talk episode. However, today we're not having coffee because I drank 3 or 4 coffees already today and I don't want to drink any more coffees because I don't want my circadian rhythm to be negatively impacted. So I am just drinking a tea for today, even though, it's coffee talk. This video will not only be how to be healthy during Christmas, but also some tips will actually be applicable to how to be healthy during winter. When the holidays come, in this case Christmas, there's a lot of plans with families and friends, and these plans generally involve eating a lot and drinking a lot. And don't get me wrong, I really think that these plans are super wonderful plans and super fun, but for some people, and I'm including myself in this group, it's a bit stressful. So for you to understand, I start planning my new year in November and I start working on the things that I consider, healthy habits and the routines that I want to build, how to improve my life, doing a reflection of the past year. I really do all of this in November, and November is my starting point. So having a space, and again, I love Christmas. And I love spending Christmas with my family and everything that it involves, enjoying and experiencing Christmas. However, sometimes I stress because the plans or the things that the plans involve don't allow me to achieve the healthy habits that I want, or at the end make me start later, and also kind of getting back on track in January is harder because of how I spend Christmas. So for this reason, I really wanted to make this video on how to be healthy during Christmas, and by no means this mean being strict or having, strict diet or strict behaviors. But it's more of let's see what we can do to enjoy Christmas while also trying to work on the healthy habits and the new routines that we want to build before the new year starts, for those of us that have done or are doing a life reset right now. My first advice is for you to continue what you are already doing. So if you have any healthy habits that you're currently doing, I would try and continue to do those during Christmas. For instance, let's say that you're a person that you like to wake up early, and when you wake up early, the next habit or the habit that goes with it is to have your vitamins or your supplements. Maybe during Christmas you go out with some friends or your family and you go to bed later, so you're going to sleep in. So at the end you're going to not wake up at the time that you don't really like to wake up, or the time that you're trying to work on waking up. And that sometimes can lead to not achieving the other habits that you already have. So in this case, we mentioned having the morning supplements. Try to avoid this. The fact that you went out, you had a great time, be grateful for that, enjoy it, but then you wake up early, it's fine, you need to sleep in when you go out, and then just have your daily supplements. It doesn't matter that it doesn't go with the actual time that you wanted to wake up. So all the healthy habits that you already have, all the routines, the things that you already have implemented in your life, try to keep them doing. And don't worry too much about when you're doing them and that they don't go exactly when you want to do them. This is just a special moment. It's Christmas, holidays, things are going to happen. You will have a lot of plans, so just try to do them as you go. Now, because I mentioned supplements, I just want to make a brief pause and show you the supplements that I'm having, just because a lot of you really asked me this. So if you watch my previous videos, the supplements have changed, and the reason is because I am trying to be as sustainable as possible, trying not to damage the earth, And also the vitamins that I have, or the supplements that I have, the superfoods, I like them to be as natural as possible and also animal cruelty free. So this one is from a brand called Sunday Natural. It's a German blood. It's a German brand. So this is the current vitamins that I'm having. It's a multivitaminic complex because I really like taking care of my immune system, and this has everything that I, consider we need to have. So it's an all-in-one supplement, and it's better like that because I really don't like having multiple, pills to have. So this is what I have, and I also have every morning my probiotics, which I will talk about that in a bit. My next advice is to stay hydrated, and I'm not saying this just because a lot of us will probably be drinking more alcohol than we normally do, but also because water will help us to avoid our skin from drying out, and will help us to release all of the toxins from our body. Water helps with digestion, body temperature, improving the circulation of the blood. It increases energy and prevents muscle cramping. Apart from this, drinking water is important because if you're dehydrated, this can lead to dizziness, headaches, and suppression of our immune system. The next advice is to sleep, and I say this because with all of the plans that we will have in Christmas and probably going out, this will affect our circadian rhythm. We will not have our regular sleeping hours, so this can really affect our health and our sleeping quality. So what I want to say with this is that if you go out, just don't force yourself into waking up early because that's what you want to work on, or because you want to do some work. If you go to bed late, just make sure that you're going to sleep the amount of hours that you need in order to have quality sleep. Now, during Christmas holidays and also during winter, because it's so cold, we tend to make a lot of cozy, warm plans at home. And I love these plans, but because it's cold, we tend to be inside all the time and to have our windows closed all the time. So what I want to say here is to open your windows and make sure that from time to time you freshen and let the fresh natural air go inside your house. And the reason for this is to make sure that it cleans and get all the toxin out. Another reason why I'm saying this is because the heaters can remove the moisture of the air, and this moisture is incredibly important for our lungs, and if it's not there, can be damaging and also for our body's health. The next advice is to eat mindfully. So a lot of us will want to cheat on our diets and, have those amazing Christmas chocolate treats and, cookies, Christmas cookies, and yeah, why not have them? The problem is not to have them or to cheat on your diet. I feel the problem is the amount of what you have. And how much in one single moment you have. So I would say try to eat intuitively and try to see when you would like to have your treats. It doesn't really have to be all or nothing. It doesn't have to be either this perfect strict diet where you have no treats whatsoever, and it doesn't have to be I will eat this unhealthy fast food for the entire holiday season. It doesn't have to be like that. You can totally eat your healthy meals and then, have a small treat. Just try to eat mindfully and intuitively and creating a balance between your healthy food, which you want to maintain, and the treats that you would like to have. But be careful with the amount and how you have them and how quickly you have them and how many you have. A precise moment. My next advice is to keep moving your body. So as I mentioned before, Christmas plans involve a lot of sitting down and cozy plans and eating, sitting down. I totally understand if you want to use your holidays for another thing other than for working out. I completely understand if you don't want to do an intense workout or if you don't want to go to the gym. Completely understand it. Just make sure that you move your body, even if it's for a walk. You can go for a morning walk, you can go for a walk after lunch or evening. You can even create just go for a walk with your friends, with your family, make it part of the plan. But just make sure that you move your body. Maybe you want to practice some slow yoga at home, that's completely fine also, but try not to have a complete 24/7 sedentary, behavior, because this is really, really bad for our body's health. The human body was not made to be sedentary, and this shut down our immune system. So my advice here is to keep on moving your body. And also, maybe you can, I don't know, go for a walk after lunch or something like that, because walking after lunch really helps with the process of digestion. So maybe this is something that you can try. The next thing that I want to talk about is about our gut health. When we drink a lot and when we eat foods that we're not used to eat, this can really disrupt our gut flora. And this disrupted gut can really affect our body, and for instance, our body can struggle to absorb the nutrients, it can struggle to, for instance, store the fat, and it can also struggle to regulate our blood sugar levels. So apart from, of course, the advices that I gave before about the food and everything, something that I would advise you to do, and not only just during the holiday season, is to have your probiotics. I'm going to show you the one that I have. It's from the brand called Seed. I really like this one because, again, it's sustainable and it's natural and it doesn't have any artificials in it. And another reason why I love this is because it has both the probiotic and the prebiotic. So for those of you who don't know, the probiotic is the live beneficial bacteria for our gut, and the prebiotic is the food that this bacteria needs. So in this case, it's the fiber that this bacteria needs to be healthy. So the reason why I like this brand so much, apart of what I just mentioned, is because it has 24 probiotic strains, and also it has a precision release system to deliver the bacteria in the lower small intestine. And the benefits include our digestive health, our heart health, boost our immune system, our gut health, of course, and our skin. The next advice that I would like to mention is that some of us, and I include myself, like to work a little bit in the holiday season. Me, for instance, I like to take advantage as much as I can of my non-PhD time to work on the business that I'm trying to grow. But sometimes, because I enjoy so much working on my business, I forget that I'm actually working, and I can get overwhelmed and stressed. And for those of you who are like me, who want to work a little bit, just be careful with the amount of times that you spend working. And also for people that, for instance, have like deadlines or important projects coming after Christmas, right in January, students that have exams in January that will need to prep, just make sure that you have everything planned in a way that will let you rest and also properly work. So for instance, what I mean by this is that sometimes we create a plan in our minds that will work perfectly, but then all these plans occur, Christmas happens. So at the end, you end up not doing what you wanted to do, and you end up feeling overwhelmed and stressed because you haven't done the work that you want. So what you can do is try to contact your friends or your family, your mom, whoever is in charge, to try and set on your calendar like what plans for sure you have. The reason for this is to do kind of a time blocking for Christmas, so that as much as possible what is going to happen for sure, so that you can plan when you want to study or work in that timing. So that's what I always do and what I try to do, because I remember back when I was in college, I would plan my days, to prep for my exams, and then we had so many family plans that at the end I didn't do half of the things, and I ended up super stressed, and this stress would not let me work or study properly. And now the final advice, but to me the most important advice that I could give, is just to make sure that you have time for yourself. And when I mean for yourself, I mean for yourself. Not plans with friends, not plans with family, not plan to work or to study, but a plan to spend it alone with yourself, with your feelings, with your emotions, to practice self-care, to give yourself a hot bath, to meditate, just to make sure that you get the proper rest and that you reconnect with yourself, so that when you come back from vacation you are not completely exhausted and you feel like you cannot do the work that you need to do in January, or you cannot get back on track because you have no energy whatsoever. So this is my advice. Enjoy the holidays, make sure that you do the things that you want to do, have a great time, but just make sure that you're going to make time for yourself and love yourself. Okay, so this is the video for today. I'm going to leave you here. I really hope that you enjoy this vacation. Merry Christmas to all of you. And if you want to share what you will do during this Christmas, feel free to comment in the comment sections and I will respond and read it. Have a wonderful week and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!